of global power, India has long danced to its own rhythm, avoiding entanglements, asserting independence, and embracing strategic autonomy. But 2025 brings a new test. India may not chase geopolitics, but geopolitics is chasing India. This year could redefine India's position on the global chessboard with critical visits, contested borders, shifting alliances, and a world in flux. Welcome to a story of ambition, pressure, and power, where India walks a diplomatic tightrope between Russia, the West, China, and its South Asian neighbor. Chapter 1: A Year of Geopolitics, Not Elections. 2024 was the year of elections across almost every country in South Asia, but 2025 it belongs to geopolitics. With Prime Minister Narendra Modi securing a third term, albeit with a weakened mandate, the domestic political calendar is light. Only Delhi and Bihar head to the polls. This gives Modi the space to focus on two things: reviving India's slowing economy, which grew just 5.4 in the third quarter of 2024, and pursuing a bold foreign policy in an increasingly unstable world. And this year, India has no choice but to act. Chapter 2: Physics that matter. India will host two global giants in 2025. The US President attending the first ever Quad summit held in India, Vladimir Putin returning to India for the first time since the Ukraine war began. Simultaneously, New Delhi and London are expected to finalize a comprehensive strategic partnership, boosting their trade and diplomatic ties. Meanwhile, with Justin Trudeau stepping down, Canada India relations might finally thaw, following the assassination scandal that poisoned ties in 2023. But all these opportunities come laced with danger. For every handshake, there is a hidden minefield. Chapter 3: China, BRICS, and the Balancing Act. India and China have tentatively agreed to de escalate tensions along the disputed Himalayan border, a flashpoint that once triggered deadly clashes. In 2025, Modi and Xi Jinping may meet face to face, possibly during the BRICS summit in Brazil, the SCO meeting in China, or the G20 in South Africa. This could signal a rare thaw, but peace with Beijing is always fragile. With maps redrawn and military bases expanded, China never stopped playing its long game, and India must walk carefully, guarding sovereignty while avoiding war. Chapter 4: Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the Regional Front. Meanwhile, Pakistan joins the UN Security Council in 2025. For India, this raises concerns. Islamabad may use its new platform to internationalize its grievances over Kashmir and beyond. Bangladesh, too, becomes a pressure point. After Sheikh Hasina's ousting in 2024, Dhaka formally requested her extradition from India, an explosive diplomatic challenge. India's neighbor is no longer the quiet backyard it once was. Each border now demands a blend of firmness and finesse. Chapter 5: The Shadow of Trump Returns. Then comes the game changer: Donald Trump's return to the White House. For India, this is both an opportunity and a risk. On one hand, Trump's softer stance on Russia may reduce scrutiny on Indian ties with Moscow. On the other hand, Trump's unpredictability, transactional diplomacy could lead to a G2 style US China reset, sidelining India completely. India's foreign minister seems concerned. Both External Affairs Minister S. Shankar and Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri rushed to Washington in December 2024, just days before the Trump presidency resumed. India's position with the US is strong, but under Trump, nothing is guaranteed. Chapter 6: The Russia Question. The biggest test may come from India's old friend Russia. Putin's upcoming visit will be closely watched. India has tried to distance itself from Moscow's war in Ukraine, but it's getting harder. India is now the second largest supplier of restricted tech to Russia, only behind only China. This includes dual use goods that could be aiding the war effort. The US Treasury has sanctioned 19 Indian firms. The EU has targeted others. Meanwhile, India and Russia just sealed their largest energy deal, commissioned a Russian built stealth frigate. Rajnath Singh even declared their friendship higher than the Himalayas and deeper than the ocean. But in a divided world, can India keep playing both sides? Chapter 7: A Strategic Autonomy, a Doctrine Under Pressure. Jaishankar insists that India should be admired for keeping multiple options open. This is strategic autonomy, the modern form of non alignment. India wants ties with the major powers, with Russia and the West during Ukraine, with Israel, Iran during Middle East's unrest, with Quad and the BRICS, even when they clash. It's also called omni alignment or multi vector foreign policy. It's smart, it's flexible, it's uniquely Indian. But as the global chessboard polarizes, this approach may hit its limits. Chapter 8: Middle East, Maritime Corridors, and I2U2. India is also watching the Middle East closely. Any calming of tensions in Gaza, Lebanon, or Iran could help revive grand connectivity dreams like the I2U2, India, Israel, US, and UAE. The India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC. But if this war spiral or Iran reignites conflict, India's projects may collapse. The region's fire may burn New Delhi's plan before they're built. Chapter 9: What could go wrong? Here are the haunting what ifs. What if Ukraine war escalates and the West demands India choose sides? What if Trump makes a secret deal with China, reviving a G2 world order? What if Middle East burns hotter and India's corridor becomes casualties? What if Pakistan succeeds in internationalizing Kashmir or the Sheikh Hasina affair explodes? India's carefully balanced strategy depends on many forces beyond its control, and this is the real danger. India's challenge in 2025. India 2025 is not just another year. It's a test where India will be tested, not by its own decisions, but by the choice of others. India's diplomacy is sharp, its economy is strong, its leadership is confident. But even the blessed climbers can fall when the mountain itself begins to shake. Strategic autonomy is a noble goal, but in a world spiraling into blocks, it may no longer be a shelter, it may become a trap. Geopolitics is here and it's knocking louder than ever. The only question that remains: can India answer on its own terms, or will it be pulled into the gravity of global power games it didn't choose to play? Only time will tell.